Hello, my name is Edward from Hands-On Technologies. In this video, I'll be showing you how to use the Unplug coding mat with 6Bricks. The first thing to notice is that it is a grid, a simple 1 to 8, 8 to K grid. You can easily print these yourselves, you can make them yourselves. We've laminated them in the pack. And how it's going to work is you will be using your 6Bricks in conjunction with your mat to give the children challenges that they need to solve using code or programming. The first thing you can do is you can put the green brick somewhere and the red brick somewhere else, and that signifies the start and stop location. So what would happen is when children program, they would start on the green and they would finish on the red. In this example, green is A1 and red is C3. So what I will do in my lessons is I will take a little minifigure and I will move the minifigure from that location to that location. What you can also do if you have the tokens is you can actually use the tokens to signify where to start. It's a little bit easier because it doesn't stand up, but it's absolutely fine if you want to use the bricks. So in this example, I'll be moving around here. And the idea around it is to slowly introduce the children to the different coding topics. So for here, what I'll be doing is I'll be asking the children to go from A1 to C3. And the first thing they need to do is use the green brick to signify a start and the red brick to signify the finish. So to build the code, what you'll just be doing is you'll actually be going, okay, so I start at green and I need to move 2 blocks forward. So how do we move forward? Well, in this example, we'll be using the yellow brick or the yellow token to signify moving forward. So what I'll do is I'll say, okay, I start on green and I move 2 blocks forward. So I'm going to add 2 yellow blocks to the code that I'm building. You can also lay it out, but I prefer building towers because it's easier to move around and pass to your friend. So now at this point, we need to turn right. As you can see, the little face on the minifigure needs to turn right. Another interesting thing you could do, for example, is you could use the studs on the brick to move and point in direction. And that way you don't need a minifigure and you still have the directionality of the brick. But I'm going to go switch back to my little minifigure. So here we've moved 2 steps forward and now we need to turn right. So what I'm going to do is I use the dark blue brick to signify moving right. Dark for right, light for left. So I'm going to add a dark blue brick and he's going to turn right. Notice that he remains in the spot that he started in, as we are only turning, we are not actually moving. Something that the kids might struggle with in the beginning. And it's also fine if you're starting out because you want them to get to the answer. You're not too difficult about how they do it. But yes, so to repeat, we're going to be starting at green. We'll take 2 steps forward and then we'll turn right. And then we'll need to take 2 steps forward to get to the red block. So we'll add 2 more yellow blocks and we'll stop. And there is a solution to your code. And it only really works in one direction because if you face this way and you go here, you need to actually turn left instead of right. So you would just change the color of the middle brick. But this solution will work for any 3x3 square that you have. So now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making the challenge a little bit more difficult. I'm just going to move my red piece one line and row further down. If you're using the bricks instead of the tokens, we're going to be doing this. And basically that adds a little bit of difficulty. But what you need to remember that if you're using the bricks as in the colors to do the activity, the amount of movement blocks signifies how many children will need to work in a group or how many 6Bricks a child will need. Because in this example, the character will need to move at least 3 + 3 movements forward. So they need 6 yellow bricks, which means in total they would need 6 sets of 6Bricks, or 6 children would need to work together to solve this problem. It's a nice way to to lesson plan by making your challenges specific to the number of movement blocks you need. Alternatively, what you can do is instead of using color, you can use shape. It might be a little confusing for the younger kids, but for the older kids, it should be okay. If you tell them that a standy uppy brick or a vertical means move forward, and a lying down or a horizontal brick means turn, what they can do is, in this example, we're going to take 1, 2, 3 steps forward, we're going to turn, and we're going to take 3 steps forward to stop. So what we'll do is we'll start, we'll just start with the green brick. We will take 3 steps forward, we will turn, and we'll take another 3 steps, and then we will stop. You'll notice now it can be a little confusing with the colors, and that's why in this example it's better just to sort of have to say, okay, there's a start at A1, there's an end at D5, and what you'll do is you'll actually be reading here. So what do you need to do? Well, you need to take 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 steps forward. You turn that way. How do you know to turn right? That's a question for a different day, but you turn, and then 1, 2, 3, and you move 1, 2, 3, and you've reached the end of your challenge. Cool. Now what we're going to do is we're going to actually add obstacles in the challenge here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this blue brick in here intentionally to make it more difficult for the child. In this example, this blue brick signifies water. And we can't step into the water because we don't know how to swim yet. So we have to go around the water. I'm going to go back to where the color means certain things. So in this example, the yellow will be move forward, dark blue means turn right, and light blue means turn left. You can obviously signify this as much as in any way you want, but it corresponds with the tokens that we have at the bottom here. Except the turn, which we'll get to. So for this example, you'll see my character is facing that way. So what we'll need to do first is we'll either need to go around it somehow, but what I will do is I'm going to turn my character. So the first thing I'm doing is turning. So I'm going to be turning him right. Then I'll be taking 1, 2, 3 steps. So 1, 2, 3 steps forward. I'll be turning left. So left, and then I'll be taking 1, 2, 3 steps. So 1, 2, 3, and then I'll finish. And what's nice is if I put all the blocks together like this, I can give this to my friend, and he should be able to solve the challenge for me because he knows where to start, he knows where to finish, and if he understands the meaning of the colors, then he should be okay. So starting here, we can then again read through it to say, okay, turn right, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, turn left, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and stop. And there we have it. The challenge is solved.